Hello. Hello, Facebook friends. Welcome to another thrilling episode of Investigators in Cars Drinking Coffee. I'm your host, Mark Murnan. This is my partner in crime, Wendy Murnan. I got to tilt that down just a little bit. It takes 6 or 7 years to get this all perfect here. There we go. And we're here today to talk to you about something near and dear to our hearts this time of year. Family law cases in which people are being followed. Everybody's on edge after the Thanksgiving holidays, and this is always a busy time for private investigators with family law cases.
It always heats up.
It always heats up this time of year. So what's your plans for Christmas? My
plans for Christmas? Probably be working on family law cases.
No way. She's going to be wrapping stuff. I know this is a habitual Christmas wrapper.
I'll watch Hallmark movies.
We're watching a lot of Hallmark movies. Yes. Yeah, they're very, they're a little trite, but they've been a lot of fun.
Yes.
They're,
little romance,
little wholesomeness.
Yes.
A little marked change from what you find on Netflix.
Right.
But anyway, please notice it's 22 days until Christmas. We hope you're getting your Christmas shopping done. We're going to do another episode on being safe during shopping during the holidays. But this time we're going to talk about are you being tracked? And the way to find out, are you being tracked? We get a lot of calls this time of year. People thinking that their loved one is spying on them or following them, either hacking their phone or perhaps even following their car. And so I want to talk to you today. We're going to talk to you about a little device called a GPS.
Does that help?
It's
a beautiful sunny day.
It's a beautiful sunny day.
It doesn't look like Christmas.
It doesn't look quite like Christmas here in South Florida. But this is a GPS device. You may never seen this before. It's about the size of, well, like a lighter or something like that.
Right.
It's very, very small. These are tiny little things. And they are often attached to vehicles utilizing a box, a magnetic box that looks like this. And so if you can imagine this little device with an extended battery life inside of one of these little boxes that can be fit underneath your car. And so we have a sample car that we wanted to show you right here. This is our sample car that we're going to use to demonstrate our surveillance device. So it just attaches under the car like this. It'd be a little difficult for Donald to. Does this work? We just got this. I think it works. Yeah, this is really cool. So you attach
Donald is being followed?
Yeah, so we're going to use him as a demonstration.
Okay.
So you attach the battery pack to the bottom of the car, and actually probably better to use one of this. You attach the device, and this will tell you, because of global positioning, that's what GPS stands for, global positioning system or satellite, this will tell you from things in outer space where exactly the car is going. So as Donald is traversing around town, I love this thing. I'm going to keep this. As he's traversing around town, you can track where he's going using computer software, so you'll have real-time knowledge about where the vehicle is. Now, understand that these are not. These will only tell you where the car is that the GPS device is attached to. It will not tell you who's in the car, won't tell you where, who is being visited, but it will give you addresses.
Donald's in the car.
Donald's in the car. Donald's in this car, so we're going to follow Donald through as he meets Daisy. So this is how it goes. You attach this to that, and so you can find out through computer software exactly where the car is and where it makes stops at. Now, parents, this is also an important device for you with children who are just learning how to drive.
Now, Mark, before you get into that,
what's that?
I think we need to tell people you can't just slap these on cars.
No, there are laws regulating the use of GPS devices. Yeah, correct. Now, that doesn't mean that we have permission to just attach these to cars.
No.
There are very strict limitations to how you can use a GPS device. But if you suspect...
Before everybody gets totally paranoid.
First of all, they're expensive. They ain't cheap. Second of all, they do require some placement. And if you are in a situation where you suspect that someone might be following you, the easiest way to determine that is these really go on the metal, attached to the bottom metal part of your car. And so really, if you go to a Jiffy Lube, or if you have a friend who owns a garage, you can just put it up on the rack. He or someone you know can just visually go underneath the car, and you'll spot this little baby sometimes sitting back toward the wheel well in the back of the car. They're pretty easy to get on and off. Because licensed investigators who utilize them in specific limited circumstances usually want to get them back. and you'll need to speak with a licensed private investigator in order to determine whether your case might, whether you might be able to qualify for that.
Don't you have to have ownership of the vehicle?
Well, technically, yeah. If you
Yeah.
need to be the owner of the vehicle or to be a registrant on the
name
vehicle.
on it, or, yeah.
Unethical investigators have been burned in the past by putting these on vehicles for which they have no reason or no permission to do so, and so you need to be very cautious with these things. But I want to talk about kids, parents.
Right.
If you've got a 16-year-old and 17-year-old, 18-year-old, and they're driving your car, and you are liable for whatever they do or whatever he or she does.
I remember those days.
Yeah, we had a couple
Four
of
of
those.
them.
Is that how I got my gray hair?
Yes.
What happened to yours?
It's there.
You don't have any gray hair. So that's how we got gray hair, wondering where our kids were at with our cars. So had these been available back in the 1800s when our kids were young,
Yes.
we would have attached them just so I knew where my car was at. It's also helpful to know where they're at, how fast they're driving, if they are in fact in the places where they're telling you they are. So this is a great little fact checker when you've got a young
do
person.
that?
What?
They lie about where they are?
You
Oh my
seem surprised.
gosh.
I'm sorry, I just burst
Wow.
Wendy's bubble after. Our kids are so old now. They're probably not, I don't even remember. We drove horse and buggies.
I don't
They
even
drove
want to
them
know
all
what
the
they
time.
did.
I don't even want. A lot of times you don't want to know what your kids are doing. But seriously, if you've got issues at home with the kids and you want to know where they're at, these things are very, very handy. Give us a call. Let us know if you have any questions about that. Just remember, you just attach them to the bottom of the car. This will tell you where it's at by a GPS global positioning system. And I think that's about it. Anything else about GPS you want to know?
Well, I just think it's interesting that, you know, they've made something like this, but you have to be so careful with it and you have to be ethical.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want people to get paranoid, like anyone can just slap one of these under their cars because they can't legally do that.
But it does happen.
It does happen.
It does happen. So if you
Right.
suspect, like we mentioned before, if you suspect that you're being tracked by your vehicle or there's a GPS, this is what it looks like, folks. This is a small one here.
Now, how does it work? How do you track them?
Well, you have to have software. You put this inside this little bad boy right here,
Yeah.
and it's got an extended battery life. These things without a battery will last, 48 to 60 hours, 48 to 72 hours, because it shuts down when it's not moving.
But it comes up on your computer. I saw it.
Yeah, there's a computer program.
It's so cool.
It is a pretty nifty device, and you can. But that requires a special arrangement here, and a lot of proprietaries will only work through licensed private investigators. But
Right.
these are available on the market, and you can
Yes.
certainly examine those. I don't recommend it, but if you suspect you're being surveilled, then that is a way to do it. Put it up on where whoever does your tires, whoever changes your oil, someone you trust with the garage. Put this up. Look for this bad boy underneath stuck someplace, and take whatever action you deem is appropriate.
So how does that compare to surveillance? How would you say?
Well, we get a lot of calls for surveillance this time of year.
We do.
And it is a much more effective tool if the scenario is correct. However, if you are following someone and your name is not on the title of that vehicle, or you're not married to that person, then attaching a GPS is a no-no. There are strict laws here in Florida regarding the placement of GPS devices. You need to know what those are. You need to speak with your attorney if you're in a situation like that. But feel free to give us a call at CompleteLegalINV.com, CompleteLegalINV.com. Just give us a thumbs up on Facebook if you're happening to watch this today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel as well. If you go to our website, we've got a little logo up there. We're boosting our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to we upload all of these to YouTube, and I think later on, towards the beginning of the year, we're going to roll out our brand new feature, Ride Along Fridays.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be fun. We'll be visiting local businesses, having some attorney clients on board with us here. So Ride Along Fridays is something to look forward to as we roll that out the first of the year. And we're looking forward to being back with you. Next time when you come back with us here, we're going to talk about getting your phone hacked, whether or not your phone is hacked, and a way to find that out. It isn't cheap. And a lot of times it's not really even possible, but there is software to do that, so we're going to talk to you about that next time. In the meantime, have a great holiday season. We hope that you are rejoicing in the season. We hope that all things are going well for you. Stay safe out there. We'll do another talk again in the future about being safe during the Christmas holiday season. And we'll conclude it with that. Thanks so much, folks. Again, visit us at Facebook Live. Just give us a thumbs up down there. Visit our website, CompleteLegalINV.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we're going to be on YouTube. All right. Hey,
Can
Merry
we go
Christmas.
get some coffee now?
Yeah, we're ready to get some
Okay.
coffee. It's
All
time
right.
to be investigators' cars with coffee.
Right.
All right. Take care, folks.
Bye-bye.